Good morning everyone. Welcome back to grade 5 maths. How are you all doing today? So let's learn a new topic today. It's called multiplicative inverse. So what is multiplicative inverse? Multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of a given number is defined as that number which when multiplied with a given number gives a product that is equal to 1. Let's see that with examples. For example, consider the number 8. The multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal or 8 would be 1 by 8. See, you have 8 here and the reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse is 1 by 8. So, by definition, the product of these two numbers, the given number and its reciprocal, should give you 1, right? So, that is the definition. So, let's see if 8 into 1 by 8 gives you a product that is equal to 1. So, what is 8 into 1 by 8? Let's cancel out 8 here. 8 is a common factor here. 8 by 8 is 1 and 8 by 8 is 1. So, here we have 1 into 1 by 1. 1 into 1 is equal to 1 divided by 1. 1 by 1 is 1. So, there we have a product which is equal to 1. So, we can confirm the multiplicative inverse of 8 is 1 by 8. So, in general, we can say if a is a natural number, the multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal of a is 1 by a, which is 1 by the given number. Now, consider a fraction. We have a fraction here, 2 by 3. So, how would we find out the reciprocal or the multiplicative inverse of a fraction? So, by definition, the product of 2 by 3 and its reciprocal should give you the product which is equal to 1, right? So, let's suppose the multiplicative inverse of this given fraction is a. So, let the multiplicative inverse be a. So, by definition, 2 by 3 into a, which is the multiplicative inverse, should be equal to 1. Now, we have to find out this a, right? So, how would we find out a? We can cross multiply this numerator and this denominator, right? So, you have an equal to here and this is the left hand side and that is the right hand side. So, if a numerator is in the left hand side, when you take it to the other side or the right hand side, it becomes the denominator. So, when you cross multiply, this 2 will go to the denominator part and this 3 will go to the numerator part. So, let's see how we can do that. So, this would be equal to a is equal to this 3 will go here, that is 1 into 3 by 2 will go to the denominator. So, that would be equal to 1 into 3 by 2. So, what is 1 into 3 by 2? 1 into 3 is equal to 3 by 2. So, there we have a. So, a was supposed to be the multiplicative inverse or the reciprocal. So, we have found out the reciprocal of this given fraction and that is equal to 3 by 2. And see the numbers, here the numerator is 2, denominator is 3. Here the numerator is 3 and the denominator is 2. The numbers, the numerator and or the denominator exchange, right? See, they exchange their places, they switch their places, just the opposite. See, 2 came to denominator and 3 went to the numerator part. So, in general, we can say the multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of a fraction a by b is equal to b by a. Numerator becomes the denominator and the denominator becomes the numerator. So, just keep in mind that, and remember the multiplicative inverse of 0 is not defined. Why? Because you have the number 0. When you take the multiplicative inverse, that would be 1 by the given number, right? So, can we write 1 by 0? No, a division by 0 is not defined, that we know. So, we can say the multiplicative inverse of 0 is not defined. Now, the multiplicative inverse of 1 is 1 itself. You have the number 1, when you take the inverse or the multiplicative inverse, it would be 1 by 1, right? And what is 1 by 1? Any number divided by 1 is 1 itself. So, the multiplicative inverse of 1 is 1 itself. Now, let's do one question. Find the multiplicative inverse of 3 1 by 2. So there we have a mixed fraction. How do you take the multiplicative inverse of a mixed fraction? So the first step is to convert the given mixed fraction to the improper fraction. So what is 3 1 by 2 in improper fraction form? 3 into 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7 by the same denominator 2. So 3 1 by 2 is equal to 7 by 2. So by definition, the multiplicative inverse into this fraction 7 by 2 into its multiplicative inverse should give you the product 1, right? So how do we find out that? See, we don't know the multiplicative inverse, let that be A, and that should give you the product 1. So how do you find out this A? This A would be equal to 1 into this 2 by 7 goes here, right? 1 into 2 by 7. So that is equal to 2 by 7. The numerator became the denominator and the denominator became the numerator. So we know the multiplicative inverse of a fraction A by B is B by A. So keep in mind that. So see, 7 by 2 into its multiplicative inverse. After cancelling out the common factors, the product is 1. So we can say the multiplicative inverse of 3 1 by 2 or 7 by 2 is 2 by 7. So that's how you take that multiplicative inverse of a mixed fraction. Now, you have to go through the topic multiplicative inverse in page number 70 of your textbook. Once you're done with that, please move on to the next page, 71. You can see these questions in that page. Please go through those questions and do accordingly. So that's all for today. We'll meet in the next class with a new topic. Until then, bye.